Oh my word, what an introduction. I don't really know how to follow on from that, to be fair. I feel like you've just covered everything and I can just see it. Ciao, bye. Kia ora to the incredible kōrero that's already happened. I am completely blown away. And I think my kōrero after this will actually tie in really beautiful to what Kane was talking about the whakama and the shame that we can feel, the fear that we can feel when we see a goal or a dream that we've got, but we don't know how to get there, or there's stuff that holds us back internally. And I'll share all about that because I'm quite an open book, and feel free to ask me anything. I'm kind of like one of those AMA chats, just chuck them in. And I think potentially for the first time in one of these community settings, I've actually got some slides. Super organized today, at least. So we will do that. So did that work? Share, magic, cool. So I've called this, and coming up end of October, it'll be 3 years of doing this, of choosing purpose and prioritizing my well-being and other people's well-being over paychecks. So I'm going to talk about that. And what a privilege. Oh my word. Thank you so much for putting on this and for everyone that's already spoken. So as with life, sometimes one action leads to a whole string of other things. Mine started with a Facebook post. On the 1st of March 2017, I was sitting in a very comfy corporate job where I was, I think on like 90K a year salary, like 2 years out of uni, you know, enjoying life as a leadership development consultant, creating courses, all that kind of thing. But I noticed that I was sitting there and I had all of these dreams about helping different organizations and humans have a really great working experience and to thrive in essence. So sitting there, 1st of March 2017, scrolling through the Facebook feed and thinking, you know, I feel like every so often I like to challenge myself, push myself outside my comfort zone. And I've given up things before in the past when it comes to a 40-day challenge, but I know where I want to be, but I know that there's stuff holding me back. And so on that day, I decided for Lent, and you don't have to read this, by the way, there's a horrible amount of text on the slide. Please don't read it. It's kind of overwhelming. I decided to do something every day for 40 days that pushed me outside my comfort zone, or that I'd never done before, or that scared me shitless, was a phobia for me, because I knew there was so much more that I wanted to do in life, and sitting in a corporate job was not it. And so I decided to take everything I had learned in leadership development and treat myself as a guinea pig. So essentially trying to learn, how does one create change and impact in one's own life? And part of it is by doing stuff, is by actually taking action. So I just thought it was going to be a Facebook post. And to keep myself accountable, I put posts out on Facebook every single day about the different challenges I was doing. And one of the key things I learned on the second day of doing it was actually someone had done it for 100 days and not 40. And I was like, and she even did a TED talk. Not that I'm jealous or anything. I'm totally okay about it. I'm not dark, you know, so not mad about it. So she actually talked about all the stuff that is actually behind the things that we fear. And this is amazing, an amazing TED talk to watch, by the way, if you're one of those TED talk kind of people that like to watch things like myself. So there's universal things of fear, you know, the stuff that'll keep us actually in danger, like pain and danger. There's cultural things, disgust, embarrassment, rejection. And there's personal stuff like the loneliness, control, and rejection. So actually investigating what was behind that. So it was only supposed to be a blog, really. I just thought, Gen Y insights, I like puns, Gen Y, Jennifer Young, Gen Y, I'm a millennial, a Gen Y. Let's chuck it out and just share my insights, share all this stuff, open source leadership development. But it didn't become that. People started following along, and then I got asked to speak about my experiences at a conference. So I look at the slide and I think, oh, so this bit that you can see is my horrific design skills at the time. But now, you know, we all have to start somewhere. It's a key learning. So I got asked to speak about it. And when I started speaking about things, people started asking me about the journey with fear. And I realized that it wasn't just about fear for me. There was something bigger. There was something bigger about the mental health of our country, because I didn't tell people at the time, but one of the key things that was driving me was I never wanted another person to experience a really bad working environment where their wellbeing was impacted to the point where they became suicidal or they developed anxiety, depression, etc. Because that was what I experienced in 2016. But I didn't tell people about it because I felt that shame. So I just went and told people, oh, stress release of mindfulness and coaching. But the truth is, this bit on the slide, find the thing that breaks your heart and then go do something about it, is what guides me. And part of that is the rates of mental health challenges that we have in our country, and that about 70% of people are spending their time doing stuff that they don't enjoy. And so that really incorporates what the essence behind what I now do in transformational human development and workplace wellbeing. Those are two key things that really break my heart, and I've gone and done something about it. That this is something that I really focus on and support a lot of different people with. Oh, kia ora, thanks for the thumbs up. A really quick snapshot. You can see back in the day, put on the wig, really realised that was not for me, and went on a big journey of realizing, so how do I manage my own well-being? How do I find something that really fits really well? And so being trained in Fiji by Thai Buddhist monks, doing mindfulness training, yoga training, training in somatic stress release and resilience and leadership development. And it's been a big journey. In other words, that's the shit. Yeah, ask me anything later. This is really shortening it. How am I doing for time, Colette, by the way? Am I doing good? Yeah, we'll say we're good. Okay, so a key lesson here is that the comfort zone stuff, the corporate world or the putting on the wig, it's actually quite smelly, by the way, those wigs. No one tells you. The wigs that you put on as a lawyer, really smelly. But all the magic, all the actual great stuff is actually outside your comfort zone. And so by doing those different challenges every single day, that the previous speaker before was saying, it is those little bits of action, that continuous action that leads to change and impact. And I cannot repeat that enough. I often share this slide in different presentations, but two key things is when you feel the fear or the nerves about doing something that you're not experienced in, or it's the first time you're doing it, or you're really, I felt like scared shitless about it. Sorry, I don't have a filter. Things come out. Notice, is it just anxiety or nerves, or is there also excitement in it? And can you channel that nerves and anxiety into excitement? So that's often how I feel about these public speaking things. I get nervous beforehand and I'm like, no, this is great. I'm excited. So living that. And the other one is reframing it. Is it a challenge, or is it an opportunity or a problem? And I think that that's a really big one that we experience at the moment, is that there are so many different challenges. And is it a challenge that's going to hold you back, or is it going to be an opportunity to grow? Cliche, growth, cliche, all that. Oh, cheers. And so today, this leads us to today, how I've structured my business is like an unofficial social enterprise where I do quite a bit in the corporate space and the organizational space, but then on the side I love doing stuff with youth and sharing about the things that hold us back. So our internal barriers that hold us back from doing the things that we say that we want to do, or from leadership, because we need more leaders and people that are really on their path, intentional about what they're doing at this time, especially at this time when there's so much uncertainty and we actually need more hope. One of the analogies I've been sharing a lot at the moment is like, at the moment it's like we're in a tunnel, like a dark tunnel that we've gone into, and someone's just pushed us into the tunnel and we didn't know we were going to be in a tunnel, and we can't really see when the end of it is. We can't see the light. And so if we can find bits of light or beacons of light for others, I think we're going to get through it together. One of my favorite things actually has been recently, people have been asking me to come onto construction sites and talk about men's mental health. So I frame mental health and emotional wellbeing discussions often from the perspective of stress or mental fitness. It seems to be more digestible in that way. So learning how to speak that more digestible language, and it's really fun to not be all fancy and wear dresses and actually get down and dirty and wear pants and the red fluoro and the orange fluoro. So that's fun. And I'm really grateful for that kind of work. Oh, this is probably a key thing I'd love to share is please don't panic and don't think that everyone has it sorted. A metaphor that might resonate is you don't know who's swimming naked until the tide goes out. And so be kind to everyone. You don't know how people are doing. Be kind. I think, am I at time? There's stuff going through the chat. I can't really see what's going on. Yeah, cool. We're at time. Cool. That's me.
Have you got a last point that you want to leave us on?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Muchas gracias.
Ay, de nada.